Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with B. Because I haven't had a whole lot of time to do a coffee chat and WIP, I've decided that I'm going to do a coffee chat and drive. So I'm sorry that there is a lot of background noise in this. I'll probably put in the background to this, I'll record while I'm working on Fisher the Frog once I get all settled in this afternoon, once I get back. Right now, I am on my way to the hospital to see my mom. I have gotten a little bit more information. Right now, she's to the point that if she didn't have to be on the IV antibiotics, that she would be able to go back to the nursing home. But since she has to continue to take them till the 19th, she'll probably be there until then. So, hopefully next week she'll be back in the town that we live in, so I'll be able to go and see her. A lot easier than driving all the way up 45 minutes away. So anyway, going up there to see her now. She's doing a lot better. She's starting to complain a little bit, so you know that she's feeling better. What else is going on? So I did get my oil changed the other day. I don't remember if I told y'all about that. I go to a place in the town that I live in to get my oil changed. The first time I went there that week to get it changed, I forgot that they were closed on Wednesdays. So I had to go back that following day and get my oil changed. But I think that was right before Mom went into the hospital. I know that's not really all that exciting. I did go to work this weekend. I ended up getting VTO on Sunday, which was Super Bowl Sunday. So I spent a little bit of time in the living room with Josh because he had taken the day off for Super Bowl. Spent a little bit of time with him in there. I kind of glanced up at the commercials, but it's not really anything that I care for. I don't care for watching football or sports or anything like that at all. So, but spending time with him was the most important part of that. Anyway, so I ended up getting half of Sunday off. And then I went back on Monday and worked my full shift. I can't do that anymore because I've got to save time for March. But we decided since Mom is going to be up here for a little while, and since I would be driving up here 3 times a week, that I would go ahead and get a camping spot up closer to the hospital. So tonight, that's what we're going to do. Josh is going to pull the camper up there, and we're going to spend the next 3 days there, and then we'll pull the camper to a campground that is in the town that I work in, and we'll spend until Tuesday there while we're working that weekend. And we'll pull it out Tuesday and go home. It's not that far away from home, but that's okay. There is always next year to do Brewer's Ferry, or maybe I might decide on a different one by then. Who knows? But that being said, I will have plenty of time this afternoon to work on my diamond painting of Fisher the Frog. Can't wait to finish working on it. I love working on it. It's so colorful and bright. My only issues with it, and I've never had this happen with a diamond painting before, is my release papers aren't wanting to stay on it. I don't know what's causing that. And I've already thrown away the plastic that goes on it, so that's a little bit frustrating. But as far as the stickiness of the canvas and all that, everything is great. I haven't had any issues whatsoever with that. But it's just my release papers aren't wanting to stay on it like I would like, so I can't transport it as easily as I normally would. I'm going to finish working on that by this weekend. So even though Brittany's going to have her complete up really soon, for me it'll be this weekend, but I'll get it done by then probably. Once I get to sit down and work on it, it goes by really, really quick. Anyway, what else has been going on? Monday night on my way home from work, I always take this one way to go home from work. And I've been good because since the 5th, the road that I normally take is closed down. But you have to drive halfway down the road before you realize that it's closed and you can't go that way. Well, I've done this probably twice since it's closed down because they're working on a bridge on it, but they can't close it right at that road because the school is down that way if you go straight, and then if you turn, there's a park, and they want you to be able to get to the park from that way, and then there is a school that's on the other side of the bridge, so they have the other side of it's just the bridge part that's closed down. So if you have to go over that bridge, you can't use that road. So I turned down that road on the way home from work Monday night, and I was like, crap. So I had to turn all the way back around and go the long way home, which probably only added about 5 minutes to the total amount of time, but it's just, you get so mad at yourself whenever you do that. You're like, why did I just do that? Anyway, what are we doing here? Okay. Had a semi with their hazard lights on that were going off of an exit. At least they had their hazard lights on. So that was a good thing. Okay, let me get over. Not much other than that. My week this week at work actually went pretty well, considering it was my first weekend back, because last weekend I took off and saw Mom. But all the drivers were pretty nice. I didn't have any issues with angry drivers. And I had a backup in there this weekend because, like I said, Josh took off. He actually works in the same office with me, but and by this weekend, my mom was doing a lot better, so I was okay going to work. That first weekend, that I ended up calling in, I would not have been able to concentrate, which would have done nobody any good with me being there. So, this weekend went really well, I thought, and didn't have any issues with drivers, nothing like that. They were all pretty nice, other than a few of them that we had a little bit of a language barrier. But that is an every weekend thing. And I'm not saying anything bad about these drivers. They seem like really nice drivers, most of them. It's just they don't know the language very well for here. So, other than that, that's all that we had that was different this weekend. Or not different, the only trouble we had. So, what else? Oh, I did get the news that my mom, I may have already said this, and if I did, I am so sorry, but she'll be in the hospital till like the 19th or 20th to finish up her IV antibiotics. She, like I said, she's recognizing me. She was a little disappointed whenever I went home yesterday. I spent about 4 hours with her up there yesterday. I'm going to spend, depending on how long it takes me to get to a parking spot, I'm going to spend probably at least 2 to 3 hours with her today. I figure I'll get up there about 3 o'clock and I'll stay till she gets her dinner and I'll feed her. And hopefully she's doing a lot better today. I wish that they would be able to give her the regular food right now instead of the way that they have it, because she's not eating the food. She just, I think it might be because of the texture. I don't know, but to be honest, I really don't blame her. I'm not sure I would eat it. But she is drinking her entire shake. That's like a protein shake. It's Lucina or something like that. It's for diabetics. And she is a diabetic, but she no longer, I don't know how exactly this works. Is she still considered a diabetic whenever she doesn't have to take the medicine anymore? I don't know, but she no longer has to take the diabetic medicine. They took her off of that a long time ago. But she's still considered a diabetic. Anyway, so that's the shake that they give her, and she's actually drinking that for every meal, which is a good thing. Once I get to the campground tonight, this isn't a new campground for me. It's one that I've stayed at many times before. I really did want to go to a new one, but I also want to be closer up by Mom. But I need the break. I really needed the break. So that's what we are doing today. I laid Remy down for a nap, and Josh is watching her right now, but I got a call right before I started recording this. And hold on. I I do not know why it's saying that. I'm hoping that this is recording. But anyway, I don't know. I'm hoping that I just needed a break and I need the relaxation of camping. And Josh is going to fix us steaks tonight for Valentine's Day while we're at the campground. So happy about that. So we're going to have steaks and baked potatoes and a vegetable. And I forgot the butter and the mac and cheese, so I'm not going to turn around and go get it. I'm probably just going to go and buy some more for the camper. I need to pick up ketchup and hot dogs as well. Even though I know we just went camping. We just went grocery shopping today. I had to leave stuff in the house for Joshua. Yes, they are two different people if you're new. Joshua is my son. Josh is my husband. So, just something different here. Let's see, what else has been going on? We're probably got another 20 minutes there. Hopefully, once I get there, I can find a parking spot because today, or yesterday, was horrible trying to find a parking spot. I circled around the parking lot for like 20 minutes looking for a spot. And it wasn't that I was looking for a close spot. I'm talking about I circled all the way around to the very back of the parking lot and could not find a spot to park. Luckily, one came open, but it was like 20 minutes. I was just driving around. I was almost to the point that I was fixing to give up and just go park in emergency room parking, which I would have probably had to walk further than a block or two to get to where I was going over there, but hey, at least I'd have a parking spot. It just is not fun at all trying to find a parking spot there because they are doing construction on this hospital. They're expanding it. So a lot of their parking is closed off due to that. But this hospital is a huge hospital. So it was quite a bit, trying to think of what else I can tell y'all. Oh, I did get on my paycheck this week, once a year, they do a payout on your vacation and stuff that you don't use. Well, with me and the same, don't take a whole lot. So, what I did is, so they ended up paying me out quite a bit of money for the time that I didn't use, so I'm glad that they did. So I think that what I'm going to be doing this week, I think I'm going to check out Dreamer Designs and see if there is a canvas or two that I want. They did send me an email about buy one, get one 40% off, so I had to do that. see if there's any that I like. Go ahead and be at that point. Don't know what time we will be eating dinner tonight, but it's such a beautiful day. It's on my car right now. So nice. It's been, and what's bad is the days that I was at the hospital with Mom, it was such nice days outside. I would have loved to have taken my diamond paintings outside and diamond painted and just had a wonderful time, but I didn't. So anyway, somebody got stuck, went off the road. I thought that was a cop there for a minute, but it's not. But yeah, it's been such beautiful days this last week. It gets a little chilly at night, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But during the day, it's really, really nice outside. So I know that this weekend it's supposed to get really cold one night, but I can handle it in the camper. I could handle it if I took my van. As long as I had electric to plug in a little heater to, I would be just fine. Maybe on my birthday weekend while Josh is working, because we can't take off the same weekends with us both being in the office. It's possible now that we might be able to, because we have two really good backups that are very good at what they do in there. So maybe we might be able to in the future, but right now they just won't give us both the day off. Which we knew that whenever he accepted the job in there working with me, because he used to drive a lift and he switched over to my shift so that we'd have more time together, because he worked during the week and I worked weekends. Well, then once he switched over to my shift, the girl that I was working with got sick, and she was off work for quite a while. And so he used to work in the office, so he came back in there. They put him in there to take her place for a while. So he had only drove a forklift for like 2 days out there. Anyway, he comes in there, works with me for a while, and then she decides to accept I'm not speeding. She decides to accept a receiving job because it was less trouble. And that if we didn't work well together, which we do. This isn't the first time that we've worked together. So everything works out. Okay, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this here because I'm starting to get into a little bit more of the traffic. Y'all probably won't know. I'll just cut off the video whenever I edit it because I'm not going to look down and end this until I get to where I can stop. So it'll just keep recording and everything. But anyway, I will see you next time. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And I will see you next time. Hey, I've got like 5 videos that I need to do that I will be recording here very soon. Maybe I'll get them done this weekend. So, should have quite a few videos coming up. I'll have some stuff to Friday whenever I go down to get Joshua and take him to work. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.